So like,
Mm-hmm.
I love that because like talking about your bodybuilding approach versus you and Nicole, like that, you know, it may have not been sustainable for Nicole, but it was like working for her towards her goals, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
women respond very differently to nutrition, you know, to making those types of changes. And also some people just need more structure versus like for you, it worked to go a different route. So I think if people just
Yeah.
find what works for them and as long as it's not hurting their health or impacting their goals negatively in any way, like they can make it work. Right. So
Yeah.
I'm for that. I'm never going to tell somebody like, unless they're like harming their health, that
Right.
something's not right, you know? So
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. I want to touch on something that you said right there. The misalignment of performance and aesthetics. Let's dive in there.
Yeah, that's like 90% of the people that I talk to. I mean, even professional athletes like fall into this, right? Like I
Mm-hmm.
can't tell you how many times I've had a conversation like mid-season with a Major League Baseball player being like, you don't need to like be, you know, 10% body fat. Like just go hit dingers. Like I don't care what your body fat is right now as long as you're performing. So yeah, I think that's like a lot of times people I have to educate people on how like okay, if you like an example of somebody that I was working with recently, a very like, you know, driven, motivated person, CEO of their own company, like they are preparing to run a marathon, right? They're an endurance athlete getting ready for their next marathon, but also it was like a milestone birthday for them. And they wanted to like have a six pack. They've never had a six pack of abs in their life. And I was like, well, you know, that's a whole other thing because there's genetics involved in that too. But I was just trying to explain like which is more important to you right now, like to get towards that six pack or to like, you know, hit like a PR time or whatever, or just finish the marathon. And it was a very hard conversation because it was like, well, I want to do both.